Just when you think that we don't have to hear the word pandemic or epidemic anymore, the Surgeon General just declared a brand new epidemic in America. The epidemic is loneliness.
That's sad.
Really?
Loneliness, literally, it's sad.
Yeah.
That is sad.
Dang. And what's it stemming from?
Well,
The other pandemic?
Probably didn't help. I don't think it
probably
helped.
exacerbated it, yeah.
Didn't help, but the Surgeon General, for me, that's a big deal. You know, instead of just like, oh, a new study's being done, but when it's actually an epidemic, that's a big deal.
And it's so much so they feel like they need to talk about
Need
it
to
and
say
release
it.
and
Right.
and warn people.
Well, research is showing that Americans have become less engaged with worship houses. It's known as
That's
churches. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Community organizations. Yep.
Yep.
And even their own family members in recent decades. And the pandemic did not help.
No, because the pandemic limited any type, a lot of gathering and people conversing with people in person, and even churches. Some of them were closed down for a while.
I think nationwide they were shut down.
Yes. Well, Americans, this is COVID-19. During COVID-19, they spent about 20 minutes a day in person with friends in 2020, which is down from 60 minutes daily 2 decades ago.
With friends or family?
Friends
yeah.
or family, yeah.
Wow.
So, you might not think, oh, that's that big of a deal, 40 minutes, whatever. Yeah, it is. That's personal interaction.
Yep.
You're talking to other people. Maybe you're talking about your feelings. You're laughing. You're feeling all the feels, but 40 minutes less.
I wonder if the pandemic, though, kind of set now a pattern. Like, so it limited it because we were restricted, but then you kind of get in the habit of less. So that's the new pattern.
It also seems, maybe so, Jason, but it also seems that when and it was different times, like COVID's over. No, it's not. COVID's over. People then rush back out to live their normal lives to be around people.
Yeah.
So
we have the phone, too, to blame.
I think the phone, it plays a big, because even like I'm so lucky, and I do see them at least once a week, but I drive pretty much past my parents' house, my brother's house every day. I mean, I could just stop in, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Sure.
And also, or I'll see updates on social media. Oh, my brother Abe did that. Okay, all right. And then I forget, oh, wait, I didn't go see him.
Yeah, because the phone replaced that.
It replaced that. Or other friends. There's friends that I've kept that was best friends with that I could easily go hang out with, but I feel like I already know what's going on in their life, so I'm like, I'm good.
Well, and I know for our girl groups of friends, we really try to get together once or twice a year, all of us. This is my college group. And I think that in a way, we're like, oh, well, we can put it off a little bit longer because we can just schedule a FaceTime. Or we can just schedule a Zoom, and we did see each other. So now it's not as important. I mean, it still is, but as important or imperative to get together in person because we did just catch up.
Are your friends from college all over the country?
Not all over the country, but all over the state. For sure.
Okay, that's not
and
terrible.
so it's not terrible, but this day and age with everybody's schedules and your kids and work and the whole thing, sometimes that FaceTime is just easier.
And it gets better than nothing.
Yeah,
But
but there's nothing like connecting in real life.
Yep.
Nothing.
It's totally different.
Well,
There
even
is
now,
a different connection on even not to sound like gay. Not that it matters, Matt.
please
But
go ahead.
Any more
Tell us about-
caveats you'd like to give?
right.
there is some kind of like more of an emotional connection.
Yes.
With
Hey, Jason.
What's wrong with you?
That's not being gay.
He's dead.
He said emotional.
Oh, my.
It's being vulnerable.
Even with the same sex, like there's certain, like when I visited my friend Brian who moved to Sarasota, Florida, not too long ago. I mean, it was just a totally different vibe and feeling than it is texting or calling or anything.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys at the
Absolutely.
beach together in Florida.
Just
Sharing,
enjoying their time.
Sharing one cot.
Feeling emotional.
Actually equate being vulnerable to gay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said not to sound gay, and not there's anything wrong with it, Matt. And I said the emotional part.
Yeah.
Some people might say that. I
You
don't
are
say-
so out of
I
touch.
don't care. I don't care. It doesn't bother me if somebody's gay at all.
Because I'm totally not.
How did we get here?
Oh my gosh.
I have gay
Sure,
friends.
I hang out. Oh, that makes it sound better. The number one thing you shouldn't say.
Yeah, number one.
I do.
The number one thing. Well, and I remember.
I've been to the gay club before. Sorry, Katie. Go ahead.
Okay, that makes you.
He's doubling down.
I know that during the actual pandemic for COVID, that we were talking about how, and we made a visit one time to nursing homes and
Yeah.
delivered pizza and stuff like that.
And they all died afterwards. It was
It was
sad.
terrible.
Anyway,
It's terrible.
Go ahead.
But we were talking about how they were the hardest hit,
They were,
because they
yep.
couldn't have family and friends, but they were still, if you were in a nursing home, had access to other people who were within your nursing home. Do you know?
Right.
So there was still some interaction, which I guess I never really thought about. But the hardest hit during the pandemic were people between the ages of 15 and 24. I mean, that is when you are the most social, the
Yep.
most active. You're really developing those social skills. You're getting ready to go off to college. You're in high school. You're graduating.
Yes.
The most fun time. And we couldn't do any of
Well,
that.
and then now looking back at we probably did most things wrong, but
Well, at the time, we did the best we
But at least we
could.
can learn from that going forward. If we have
Right.
something similar, like
Right.
no, we can't be locking down. We can't do all the stuff like we
I
did
don't
before.
know. I mean, I think the locking down came out with right away because we thought the percentage of death was higher
I
than
get
it
why
was,
it
right?
happened,
But
but-
what if the next thing that comes out is 10% death? Yeah, we're gonna lock down.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
still going out to Chili's.
We know.
10% death.
Yeah, why not?
You were good. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's also very easy for us now, in hindsight, with all the information we do have, to say we didn't do it right.
But I think we should recognize
But-
that we
but
did a lot of
can,
things wrong.
But we did
Yeah.
what we thought was right in the moment because we didn't have any other ideas. We
Yeah.
collectively had never done that before.
Yeah.
I think
So-
originally we did what we thought,
Exactly.
but then it became into a huge
Of course,
political
because it
thing.
always does.
And then the political sides are basically dictating how we live our life in public. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Right, and then like kids, they said a whole generation's behind
Yeah.
academically, suicide through
And
the roof for
I
that age
think-
group you mentioned.
Yeah, for that age group. And I also think that is a way, we did home learning the same way everybody else did. But we've always kind of been behind other countries when it comes to schooling. So let's not forget that.
Well, with certain things.
Let's not forget that.
They're all
We've
like,
also
you know,
ahead a lot. of
We're
countries.
ahead, but
we're like
let's
the one
just-
country people like or will risk their lives to come to.
I'm
is
just
I don't know why you hate
saying.
America, Katie.
I'm
Why do you
just
hate
saying.
America?
Let's not be blaming and pointing our fingers all at one
No, the
thing.
whole world did
Right.
it wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
that's
whole
not-
world because we just copied everybody.
That is
But
true.
in the moment, what we thought.
No, I know.
It's
I
in
do
the
remember,
moment.
and I wish we had it.
Yeah.
It was probably April, and I said, I don't know about all this. I think we're gonna look back on this and say we're doing these things wrong.
Maybe.
Just because
Yeah.
it seemed extreme.
It says countries ranked by education. Who do you think's number one?
I'm going to say
in 2021.
China.
Switzerland.
The United States.
Really?
No way.
I don't
Are you
think
kidding? Here.
What site are you on?
It's the
MAGA.org.
no, I swear that's what it says. Now, there's the
I think math and science
the
were
best
behind.
education system in the world can be found in New Zealand, but it says overall. I mean, who knows? It says education rankings ranked by country, and it says the United States number 1, United Kingdom number 2, Germany number 3, Canada number 4. I don't know. Who knows? You could probably find a bunch of different ones.
And is that like higher education, like a
Oh
college?
no, here's another one. The United States number 1 again.
Okay.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know
I'm
what
not,
that
like,
means.
I'm not shocked by it. I know math and science we
Yeah.
don't compete as well, but maybe overall with our university system, maybe not.
Maybe it's considering everything.
All
right,
of it.
not just public
Yeah.
schools and
Yeah.
all that.
Well, a brand new epidemic in America. The Surgeon General declaring loneliness an actual epidemic.
They did say men, and I think it came out during COVID, but it had nothing to do with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But like men over like 40 or 45, talking about, and these are like married men too. They feel like they don't have any friends because as they get older and more responsibility, they're so focused on like their family and kids and career that as they get older and older, they're like, I don't have a social network.
Yeah, I can see
Men
that.
specifically.
I can see that. And also, I think as generations go, the younger we get, I think the more emphasis is placed on keeping those friendships.
Yeah.
But also, guys, you say, oh, I could not talk to him for however long, and then we just pick back up. But if you just keep going, not talking to him, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I think women really
They
do
crave it.
crave the interaction and place a lot of emphasis on
I
keeping
do-
those friendships
I
alive.
do like
Yeah.
that. I do like that, but I
Mhm.
notice there's a big difference on that stuff, right?
Yes.
I mean, Carol would be like, I'll be like, yeah, my best friend Brian. Well, you haven't seen him in
Yep.
2 years. I'm like, yeah.
And?
And to her, it's like, well, that means you're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
To
What
me, it's
happened?
like there's as soon as I talk to
Yeah.
him, we're the same thing.
Yep.
So I can see that if you just keep putting it off, you find yourself at some point being like, I don't have any friends.
Yeah, I don't have
But I
any-
think
Yeah.
that's more for women, that mentality, though. Like,
Yeah,
I
right,
think
right.
guys can just pick it up.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Women
okay.
place is very important for women.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I
He
get
was
it. I thought you
Googling.
meant-
He was Googling while we were.
That's fine.
John
was
Mulaney
doing
does
the-
a
I was
Okay.
looking at the rank.
John Mulaney does a funny stand-up bit about that. He says, "Your dad doesn't have friends. Your mom has friends who have husbands.
Yes.
That's so
And that's your
true.
dad's friends."
And then they come over here and you have to sit around like, oh, this guy.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, tell me more about how you collect stamps. That's cool.
And then that becomes your hobby.
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
old.
Oh, yeah, it is Sunday. You don't watch NFL? Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Yeah, okay.
Next thing you know, you're looking at birds.
a lot of times it's like, oh, we're going here, here, here with all these people. I'm like, oh, okay. If I ever said, hey, we're going here, here, and here with all these people, my side, it's like, oh, no, we're not. Not if he's coming. No, you just go. You just go. Oh, okay.
You
that's-
go and have fun.
We have Constance on. Constance, you want to say something about the epidemic of loneliness, or what do you want to say?
Just that the man who sounds sexy as hell, would he like my number? And I definitely don't think he sounds gay.
Who is that?
Ooh.
I don't know his name. I didn't catch that.
You talking about Matt?
Oh, the
I'm
one.
talking about
talking
you, Jason,
about?
when you were talking about that earlier.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, really? Jason.
Constance.
You think Jason Goodman sounds sexy?
I think he sounds hot.
Really?
Well, just keep thinking that.
Are you gay?
Okay. He is married.
Bye.
Bye,
Okay.
Oh, he is,
Constance.
Steve.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pardon my language, but we can always get rid of the bitch.
Okay. I think I hear Jason say that a lot. I'm kidding. He doesn't say it.
I am
Constance.
I'm confused. What just happened?
She is into you,
She said,
Jason.
screw
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
She just heard you say something. It was like that. She told Matt, the guy who just said something is hot.
Mm-hmm.
What's the bitch part mean?
Meaning
Get rid
that
of your wife.
yeah.
Get rid of the wife.
Because we told her you were
oh
married.
my gosh, she said that?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
She doesn't know your wife. She didn't
Well,
know you were married. but
Carol, you hear that?
Jason can have T-shirts made. Let's get rid of them. Quoted by
kidding.
Constance.
I'm
Constance
kidding.
says.
Constance says, get rid of them.
She totally did it in a Jason Goodman way, though. She said, "Pardon my language." So we
Instead of-
just had to be okay with it after that.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, real nervous about that.
I'm kidding.
Yep, we all
All
just
right.
brace. Oh,
Wow.
there it is.
Ugh.
All right.
That was a first,
A
Jason.
compliment.
Weird.
Take it.
Take it.
I mean, not
take
just about
my,
the wife.
Yeah, my voice. Yeah, but
Oh, wow.
I'll
You
take
know,
it. Whatever.
I
Squid
would take
shells is
it.
fine.
Should we open the lines about
No,
who
gosh.
who you hate the most on the show, or
No,
should we
don't
move
do that.
on? Okay.
Bring him back down.
I mean, because I'll get some of that too.
No,
I don't want,
trust me,
I don't
I'll
want
get
it either. All right. I don't want to hear it either.
I
trust
don't
me.
want to hear it.
All right.
I've had a stressful week. Don't open the lines on that.
We know.